Hi guys, I have a quick heads up for you today. Guard your Bitcoin, it is being stolen. I have a report here of Bitcoin and how they are being stolen, the latest malware, very clever stuff. What is happening is this malware loads onto your computer's memory and runs in the background. You don't even know it's there. And what it does is when you are making a Bitcoin transaction, if you are sending Bitcoin to somebody, what you normally do is you get the receiving or you get their wallet address. Either they send it to you via email or you copy it from a website or whatever, depending on where you're sending want to send the Bitcoin. You copy it and you paste it into the receiving section of wherever you're doing the transaction, whether it be on an exchange, in a wallet, in one of the wallet softwares, or whatever. But in the recipient's wallet address field, you will go and paste that Bitcoin wallet address. What this software does is, when you copy that Bitcoin wallet address, it recognizes that you are copying a Bitcoin wallet address, and it replaces that receiving wallet address with the address of the hacker. And you don't realize it. You've just copied it and you paste it into the field. You press send and the transaction goes great. Everything's fine until you realize the Bitcoin never arrived at its destination. Put it that way. What you can do to prevent this is by physically, with your own eyes, before you hit that send button, double check that the address that you have pasted into the recipient's receiving field on the software, whatever you're using, one of the wallets or in the exchange transaction section. When you paste that wallet address in there, make double sure that it is the same as the one that you copied. What I normally do is I go to the one that I copied and I memorize maybe the first 4 or 5 characters in the Bitcoin wallet address. I go back to the receiving field that I've just pasted the wallet address in, and I make sure that those first 4 or 5 characters are identical. And then I go back again and I memorize the last 4 or 5. Come back to the receiving field, make sure that those last 4 or 5 are in fact identical, and by doing that you are making 100% sure that the receiving address is in fact the address that you want the Bitcoin to go to. This is extremely important. People who don't physically check will never just remember to look and memorize, say, the first 5 or 6 digits to make sure that it is the same. It's one of those things that you should learn to double check physically yourself. These softwares are getting more and more clever every day, and they're going to fool people. A lot of people have already been caught out by it. So please make sure you physically double check the Bitcoin wallet address that you are pasting into the receiving field. Double check with your own eyes. There's no other way. There are anti-malware softwares that can be used, but there's your eyes can't get malware or viruses. Not the kind of viruses that can make you see what you don't see. Put it that way. I'm just going to read the article to you quickly. A new attack on Bitcoin users, which gains control of Windows Clipboard to swap out addresses, is already monitoring 2.3 million targets, sources reported June the 30th. Now, they're monitoring 2.3 million targets. That means that software is already on 2.3 million PCs worldwide, and it's just sitting there waiting for you to copy a Bitcoin address into your clipboard, and bam, it replaces that Bitcoin address with the target address. Very clever stuff. The malware, part of a family of threats known as clipboard hijackers, secretly gains control of memory, running in the background to ensure users do not notice its presence. It then replaces the Bitcoin address that the users are copied into the clipboard with the address of the attacker, which the user later unknowingly pastes and sends their coins to. Unless a user double checks and checks the pasted address, they will have no idea that the swap took place. Bleeping Computer notes. Now, Bleeping Computer is a website that monitors these kind of malwares and viruses and stuff like that. So that they have picked this up now, adding an explanatory video about how the malware works. I'm going to put the link to this video in the description to this video. You can go and watch it. I haven't physically watched it myself. I think I'll do that as well. Bitcoin users face a variety of vulnerabilities when using hardware to transact, regardless whether this is an Android smartphone, Windows PC, or other device. As Cointelegraph has frequently reported, the list of threats continues to grow, even incorporating emails, while other malicious entities swap out destination addresses in different ways. Attackers recognize that users are copying and pasting the address and have created malware to take advantage of this bleeping computer ads. Keeping up to date antivirus software running constitutes users' main defense against the problem, but it is not fail-safe. Along with double checking the destination Bitcoin address of a transaction if this has been entered using a copy and paste function. So as a rule of thumb, if you use the copy and paste function, use your own eyes to make sure that that address is 100% correct an instant before you hit or click on the send button. That is the only fail-safe way that you're going to know that the Bitcoin will get to where you want it to go. Some hardware wallets, such as Trezor, additionally force users to double-check addresses for manipulations whenever one is generated. So even these hardware wallets could be vulnerable to this kind of thing. So, but they are forcing people to double-check, which is a great thing. So that's it for me for this video. Just keep that in mind. Remember, if you are copying and pasting Bitcoin addresses, use your eyes. They are the only thing that cannot get malware. So that's it from me. If you enjoyed the content, if you are enjoying my content, I know I'm just an amateur chartist and I'm new in the industry of cryptocurrencies, but I'm just trying to add my voice and help people to get into it safely and not lose what they've managed to gain. That's it from me today. I will catch you in the next video. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more info on Bitcoin and specifically the Dignity token and CryptoPontics and Arbitrade, the Arbitrade exchange that is opening soon. News is a little bit scarce there at the moment, but I'm sure that'll change in the near future. They are waiting on a couple of things, government approvals and that kind of thing, but we are getting there. Let's get out there and make some bucks.